Before I begin, I'd like to thank a few people. Of course, my fantastic prefect team. Ryan, Sophia, Anu, Yo-Yo, and Jackie. I couldn't ask to work alongside more dedicated, committed, hardworking people. Thank you. I would like to thank our honored guest for her inspirational words. I volunteered briefly at Half the Sky a few years ago, and it's an amazing place, run by amazing people. Half the Sky is a nonprofit that Ms. Elliott was in charge of. Ms. Elliott, for what you're doing for the world, thank you. I owe so much of my success at Harrow to our teachers. You taught me how to do integral calculus, argue for what I believe in, and not completely bungle a speech. You challenged me when I was strong, and encouraged me when I wasn't. Thank you. Lastly, but perhaps most significantly, I would like to thank all of you for placing your trust in me. Harrow is a community that just keeps giving, and I hope I've repaid a little of that in my last year as head boy. Thank you. When I lived in the US, on the last day of the school year, we would have pizza day. Pizza day was the best. It was exactly what it sounds like. When I came to Harrow, and we had speech day instead, I had to wonder. Year 9 Carl sat in the ballroom, waited for the speeches to be over, and wished that he had pizza. Obviously, I didn't see the significance of speech day back then. After 5 years here, though, I think I do. Speech day, and traditions like it, are the common threads that bind our past together with our future. In a place as dynamic as Harrow, we need things to hold on to. Most of the people who were in that ballroom with me 4 years ago are gone. I stand before a fresh group of faces. But we can still say that we are Harrow because we made the effort to be here today. It's hard not to draw a parallel between this and the situation the Year 13s find ourselves in. We are leaving, and most of us couldn't be more excited. We know we will miss Harrow, but we welcome the multitude of new experiences the world will offer us in the years to come. We look eagerly ahead with a sort of reckless adolescent optimism unique to those privileged as we are. The future is compelling, and I, for one, can't wait. But even now, at this exciting time, as our varied and magnificent and terrifying futures bear down on us, we can't look only to the future. As much as we may anticipate our new lives, we can't just let the changes wash over us. Because if we live without regard to tradition, we carry nothing with us from our past. So I ask all of you to take a quiet moment now and then, to think about how time has changed you, to remember to carry your identity with you, to keep your traditions alive. We're all excited about the future, but the future comes whether we like it or not, and some parts of the past are worth holding on to. Thank you.
Good morning, honored guests, teachers, parents, and students. The 6 years I've spent at Harrow have brought me fascinating experiences, priceless friendships, and an education unparalleled by any I might have received elsewhere. But what exactly makes Harrow so special? In my opinion, going through high school is like climbing a large, tall tower, which guides teenagers up the path to become a better, stronger individual. This tower can be exciting for some, but excruciatingly dull for others. But nevertheless, starting the moment we enter school, we begin our trek up this tower. Perhaps subconsciously, with every activity session, with every progress grade exam, and with every new friend we make, we climb up a few steps of self-improvement, bettering ourselves with every floor we reach. And what makes Harrow special is that it is designed immaculately to assist every student up this demanding tower. Literally and figuratively, we have steps and stairs around every corner of the school, shaped as charity events, as inclusive sports club, and camouflage as house competitions. And all the students participating have enhanced their abilities in many different areas. Harrow is the perfect platform for students who strive to improve themselves, because there is always more to do, more opportunities to challenge yourself with, as long as you're willing to. We are privileged to be in a school where teachers prioritize the interests of students and are willing to go out of their ways to assist our endeavors. Teachers who would almost immediately reply to my late-night gibberish emails hours before my A-level exams. And a teacher, for the love of math, taught us how to design a machine to hit his own head with a tennis ball. I am infinitely grateful for all the firm hands lent to me by friends, by encouraging Harrow staff, and by my brilliant prefect team when I needed help heaving myself over some seemingly insuperable steps. At the end of this analogy, my advice to Harrowians, as someone who's been climbing this tower for 6 years, is to take every opportunity you have at Harrow. It's easy to think that some things really don't matter, but they will prepare you for the more challenging and meaningful tasks you will face later. You might become tired, frustrated, or even choose to fall back a few steps to where you are more comfortable. But remember, with every step you take, the next will become easier. Because, looking back at our graduating class of 2014, I can proudly say that every single one of us is happier with who we are now. Thank you.